Hello, good evening, friends. My name is Tejasv Nagar, and I'm here to present my project on sales and distribution management. My topic is sales quotas. Sales quotas are the sum of the total sales of a future period and duties to achieve the component of total sales by each salesperson are handed down to them at the beginning of the period according to Philip Kotler. A sales quota is the sales goal set for product line, company division, or sales representative. It is primarily a managerial device for defining and stimulating sales effort. It is a quantitative goal assigned to a specific marketing unit, such as salesperson or a territory for time period. So, sales quota is a standardized method of evaluating and effectiveness and performance of salesperson. Sales quotas may be set equal to above or below the sales forecast sales potential in the maximum sales share of market demand that a firm can obtain under the legal environment's main characteristics of sales quotas. The success of sales quota system will depend on accuracy of data and information used for forecasting. It is the sales goal set for product as well as of a salesperson. There is a time dimension of a sales quota. Sales quotas are assigned to salesperson, middleman, or a branch. It requires a desired level of performance. It is a managerial tool of direction and control of sales activities. Sales quotas are determined on the basis of forecasting sales potential, estimates of cost, and other market studies. It is the sales goal set for a product as well as salesman. Objectives in selling sales quotas to motivate the salesman towards achievement of the prescribed quota within the prescribed time. Second, the territories where the sales are comparatively lower, efforts can be made for increasing the sales. Third, for every for evaluating the market territories in respect of prospects of sales and marketing situations for balanced growth of market territories. Fourth, for determining the goals of a salesperson, sales territory, sales department, or branch office. For facilitating the sales manager to evaluate salesman's productivity. Sixth, for the development of effective remunerative plans of the salesman, those who achieve more than the prescribed quota are provided with the commission or bonus. And seventh is to control the activities of salesmen and to encourage them to achieve prescribed quota within the prescribed time limit. Eighth, it is for controlling of sales expenses by fixing a limit on every sales quota allotted. Ninth, for facilitating to evaluate the results of sales contests, certain minimum sales quota is fixed for each salesman to achieved. Tenth, sales quota serves as the basis preparing the budget for advertising and sales promotion. Types of sales quotas: sales and volume quota. Sales volume quotas communicate the organization's expectations in terms of what amount of sales in what period. For example, Torrent Pharmaceuticals use rupee sales objective, whereas a company like General Motors uses the number of cars and commercial vehicles. Most of the companies follow this method of quota setting. It is the most traditional and commonly used method in Indian organization because the method provides an important standard for appraising the performance of individual salespeople. Sales and volume quota is allocation of sales quantity for salesperson, geographical regions, distribution outlets, etc. This quota can be implemented according to performed or revenue earned by respective units. The combination of both the criteria can be used for the implementation of this quota. For example, you can see this chart. Sales budget quota. A salesperson receives an expensive budget as a percentage of the territory sales volume and manages the expenses in rupee term. Many companies set upper limit on items of expenses such as lodging, meals, and entertainment, and expect the salespeople, to manage within that budget. These kinds of quotas are set for various units by the organization in order to control expenses, gross margins, and net profits. The overall intention of setting a budget quota is to make it clear to the salespeople that they are more of a responsibilities center where the job includes not only obtaining the desired sales volume but also making good profit. Here's the example. You can see that. Sales activity quota. Sales managers are undertake time and motion study and conduct work studies for deciding on the optimum combination of activities for a salesperson. Activities quota set objective for job related duties, which helps the sales people in achieving their performance targets. These kinds of quota is also common in pharmaceutical selling, where the medical representative spend time for calling on doctor and hospitals to explain new products and new applications of both old and new products. Activity quota can be set total sales calls, particular classes or set of customers calls on perspectives, number of new accounts, product uh, demonstration, etc. Here's the example. Combination quota. These kind of quota often reduces the expected understanding level of the job for a notice and often serves as a demotivator. So sales managers have to use this method with continuous briefing and effective control over the sales force. Combined sales quota should be based on the most important activities such as sales volume and product that sell the most. Many organizations use a combination of these quota. The most common combination is sales volume and activity quota. Combinations quota is used to control sales force performance on the basis of selling and non-selling activities. A combination sale quota can be achieving a sale target of 1000 units along with developing 20 new key accounts, identifying 100 prospects, and bringing back 50 lost customers. Methods of sales quotas: territory potential, part sales expenses, total marketing estimates, executive judgment, sales people's estimates, compensation plan. Sales quota for any unit like salesperson, region, etc. should be a reasonable and an achievable goal for it to be fulfilled at the provided time span. At the same time, quota should be not be such that it doesn't take much effort to achieve. Total market estimated method. Total market estimate method is used to determine the sales quota in place where the management doesn't have any data about the market potential. It can be determined by dividing the company's sales quota with respect to regions or dividing sales quota according to relative sales opportunity as per region. Territory potential method. Territory potential method directly relates territorial sales potential to sales quota. The potential here is total industry sales for that segment. Sales potential represents the maximum market size of the product size of market reflects the sales potential. This method gives precise results if territorial sales potentials are used with a combination of territorial designs. Past sales experience method. Past sales experience methods determines the sales quantity based on the previous year sales management of organization setup. This setup this up by increasing some percentage from the previous sales record. For more pre- precious is in this approach, management most commonly use an average of several years as a base. Like for the measurement, this method is simply and doesn't take much effort to implement. Executive judgment method. This method is not precise and it's mostly not used by organization to determining the sales quota. This method doesn't provide any estimate for territorial based sales volume. In this method, sales quota volume is determined by the management, but it is more likely to be a guess. The management decides the sales quantity and no fixed procedures are involved. Salespeople estimate method. Salesperson have better knowledge of the market conditions so they can set the target as per their standard, and if the standard are set by the salesperson themselves rather than imposed by the management, their fulfillment is more likely possible. In this method, the sales quota is determined by the salesperson of the organizations. Through this approach, more relevant sales estimate can be maintained, which can be achieved by salesperson. Compensation plan method. Compensation method is based management view of what a particular salesperson should receive as revenue. This method does not take into account the sales projection or territorial volume. For example, if a salesperson has to receive 20,000 as salary, which can be received as 10% commission of the sales amount, then the salesperson has to sell product worth 2 lakh rupees. Thank you so much.